If you're a startup founder, in this video, I'm going to give you the exact grocery list that you need to buy for your video production home studio. What is going on, guys? My name is Jordan Anderson with Nice Size Studio. In the past, I have over 15 years of video production experience. I'm a cinematographer. I have built multiple startup studios with budgets from $10,000 to $50,000 in range. And today I'm going to show you how you as a startup founder, as a solo founder, from your desk, you can build all of this and look super professional without all the fancy lights. And we're going to do this for under $1,000. Let's get into it. Let's go through some of the gear. And I've got my little diagram here. I'll show you like where to arrange it, how to make it look the best way possible. And yeah, let's dive in. So what I would say from the get-go is you're watching this right now. I'm on my MacBook webcam. I'm using my MacBook microphone. I'm in my dining room. I'm not in a studio right now. So let's start there, that you don't need any of this stuff. You don't need to look fancy. But if you want to have this look of, hey, I want to look a little more clean, I want to sound more polished, then we're going to find a couple ways to upgrade your MacBook webcam into something more important. So let's get that out of the way, that you don't need any of this. This is all a distraction. You trying to look cool or look better or look more professional is ultimately a distraction. It's not going to make your videos better. It's not going to get you more attention. It's not going to improve your thumbnails or improve your content strategy. It's really just a distraction. So with that, the first thing that I would invest in is not a camera. And actually, I don't really think that most startup founders need a camera or any kind of like DSLR or mirrorless camera or lenses or tripods or anything like that. I'm going to go a different route. We have all this gear here. Our budget is $1,000. The first thing that I would start with is software. And I would start with this one right here. This is a one-time purchase. This is Screen Studio, Screen.studio. This is what you're watching me use right now. Probably every startup founder in the last year has discovered it and they're starting to use it more. If you search this channel, I have a previous video on how I set up my Screen Studio so that it looks a little bit more custom, a little bit more professional versus just like the out-of-the-box flower MacBook wallpaper that we're all used to. I'll show you in that video how to get it just right. But this is a one-time purchase. There's no subscription, so you can download it, start using it immediately, and all you need is your webcam and a microphone or your laptop microphone. And it also has some like captions and some audio improvement. The next thing that I would buy and invest in is Descript. Now, if you're not familiar with Descript, Descript is, how I describe it to people is, it's an editing software where you edit your video like you edit a Word document. So you drop your video into the workspace, it starts to transcribe it here on the left side, and then you just go through some sentences and delete some stuff, or you click on the right side over here and say, delete all the ums and ahs, delete all the word gaps, make everything tighter. If I'm repeating myself or I'm saying like and all the time, just cut that out immediately and it'll do it in under 10 seconds. And then the last thing I would add is they have something called Studio Sound, which takes horrible audio. You could be recording in a shopping mall in the middle of the food court on your laptop with no professional microphone, and then you hit the Studio Sound button and it magically improves your audio. It's amazing, and you almost to the point where you're like, I don't need a microphone. I just need AI studio sound to improve my audio. So start there. Like the budget here is $1,000, but you can buy one thing a month. Take a year to buy all this stuff. Whatever you want to do. You don't have to buy it all at once. So those are the two things I would start with. This is going to give you a great way to show off your products. And the Descript, once I'm done in Screen Studio, I take that video file and put it into Descript and do the editing and add the audio studio sound improvements. And then that's kind of it. Now, if I want to build out a studio, here's what I'm going to start with. Usually I start with a microphone. So I got the Rode USB microphone here. I would avoid the XLR cables with, the Joe Rogan microphone, because with the Joe Rogan microphone, first off, it's $500, and then you also need like an amplifier, like a little booster, so that's another $200. You need 2 sets of XLR cables, which are $20 a piece, and then you also need a audio interface, which is the thing you plug into that has all the volume dials that you then plug into your laptop. So if you're on the go, if you're always traveling, if you are a remote worker or you're a digital nomad, having all that gear and carrying it all around and putting it in your suitcase and your backpack, and if you forget one of those pieces, the entire operation doesn't work. So I like to keep it simple here with a USB-C microphone. Rode makes great products. This is USB-C powered, so you have a USB-C cable lying around somewhere. If you can't find the main cable, you can at least plug it into your laptop and you've got a microphone. You don't even need the stand necessarily. So I would start there. The next thing I would add is the Rode microphone stand. This one's $100. There are, of course, the $20 Chinese microphone stands, but they are really squeaky. Over time, it's going to start to sag where the microphone, you can't even hold up the microphone anymore. Get something like Rode. It's quiet, it's out of the way. You can clamp it to your desk, and you don't ever have to think about it or think about worrying about that's going to start to just drift down below. It's the worst thing in the world, the most annoying thing. The next thing that I would grab is, if you were thinking about going into doing some TikTok stuff or doing a lot of stuff on your phone, maybe you're going to record a couple ads for your product, I would get some wireless microphones here. I see these all the time on TikTok Shop, and they are anywhere between $20 and $50. I recommend them because they're wireless. I have the wired one myself because I like that kind of look of having a wired microphone, and I don't have to worry about did I charge this? Does it have batteries? Is it connected to Bluetooth? Oh, the Bluetooth keeps dropping out. That's my personal preference, but I recommend you get this one because you got 2, you can always keep it charged, and you can walk around a little bit more. Or you have 2, so you can give it to a friend and then set up your iPhone, and now you're doing a little podcast in the cafe, and it's super fun, and it's very... this whole thing about the gear is we don't want to think about it. We don't want to learn how to use the gear. We just want to plug in the gear and it turns on and it starts working, and that's it. So I recommend those. That's a pretty nice upgrade if you're going the TikTok route, iPhone recording route. But if you're not, don't get it. And the next thing, we've got a teleprompter here, a face cam, and what I would really recommend is this Elgato soft lamp. This is, you mount it to your desk, you can put it right behind your laptop, put it off to the side. I recommend doing if your camera is dead center at 0 degrees, I put the light at 45 degrees to make your face look as beautiful as possible. This one is already soft, so there's not going to be super hard shadows. I think this one is USB-C powered, and I think you can connect it with some software on your computers like OBS or their Stream Deck from Elgato, and you hit a couple buttons, or you can hit one button and say start recording or turn on studio, and it will turn that on, turn your microphone on, turn your webcam on, grab Screen Studio, and again, you're ready to go. We want the gear to get out of the way. You have an idea. You are built, making a YouTube video, you're always having to feel you need an idea, but then on the psychological side, you're having to build up the courage and get ready to be on camera and then to add the gear complications is just another layer of stress that you really don't need. Yeah, hey, look, I'm already kind of nervous about being on camera. I just want everything boom, boom, boom to turn on in one switch, and then I look good, I sound good, and I can just focus on what I'm about to say in this video. That's all you want. So that light is, I think it's $129 at the moment. You can get cheaper versions. They're out there on Amazon. Godox, Godox, makes some great ones. It's plug and play. Again, super soft out the get-go. It clamps to your desk, and you don't have to think about it. You can buy 1, you can buy 2, you can buy 3, you can buy 1 for your hair light behind you. Buy as many as you want, but buy 1 at least. The alternative to this is, if you don't buy a light, then to arrange your desk so that you are facing the window. So that all you have to do is open up the window and you've got some nice soft sunlight on your face and you can start recording. You shouldn't have a big window behind you. That's going to put you in shadow. You need some kind of light on your face. Like I've just got like the dining room lights here and I'm facing the outside windows here and I had the glow of the MacBook lighting me up. So it looks decent enough. The next thing that I recommend getting is, and you kind of have to get them together. You can do an iPhone setup, or maybe you have like an old cheap camera lying around. But I got this earlier this year, the Elgato teleprompter, and dude, this is everything that you want out of a teleprompter. I have bought teleprompters in the past. I've helped clients set up teleprompters, and for a client to do like the real deal teleprompter, you need a tripod that can handle over 70 pounds, which is going to put you in like $1,000 tripod. And then you need to get the teleprompter itself, which is $2,000 to $3,000. And then you need all this cabling. You need a computer to hook it up to. You need to run the HDMI, and then you need a video mixer, switchboard to switch between the computer display and the camera display so that you can see yourself and also connect it to the camera or connect it to the computer. It is a lot of gear, and it takes about $4,000 to $5,000 to get it fully set up. And it's heavy as shit. It's breakable. It's actual glass. And what I love about this with the Elgato teleprompter is they just smushed all that down into a nice, simple, lightweight. It's plastic, yes, but it's lightweight enough and it's a built-in monitor. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I forgot to mention. You have to buy a separate monitor with the teleprompter. Like the teleprompter is just angled glass, then you have to buy the screen for it. It's so much. It's too much. With this Elgato teleprompter, it's one USB-C cable, plugs right into your computer. You download the Elgato software. It recognizes everything. I'm pushing a lot of Elgato stuff. I wouldn't think 3 or 4 or 5 years ago that I'd say like, yeah, just go get pretty much everything Elgato. But they figured it out. They figured out how to make everything super simple, streamlined, plugged in, and where all the gear works with software together. That's incredible. Where I can just open up an app and I turn on everything and it all kind of talks to each other. That is super cool. It's great. The teleprompter is giving you the ability to look right into the camera and read your script. Maybe that's your style of recording. Maybe you're not totally comfortable being on camera and have that like natural speaking ability where you can just talk and just riff. You need someone to be like, say this, then say this, then say this. I do it all the time for YouTube intros. Like, I feel like the YouTube intro needs to be a little bit scripted, whereas the rest of the video can feel a little bit more natural like this. But it is amazing. And it comes with free teleprompter software. So you just type your script, you line up the teleprompter to how you want it, and you hit play and you read it and you look very natural. Now, with the teleprompter, there is a hole in the back of the teleprompter for you to put your camera in, and Elgato, of course, makes cameras that fit right in there. You can go get a mirrorless camera or a DSLR. I think they also have an iPhone video attachment, but that can get kind of annoying, always having to put your iPhone up behind a teleprompter and connect it, disconnect it. I would just say get a dedicated webcam, and that way. And again, another one from Elgato. I keep pushing Elgato. I don't care. This one slots right into the back of the teleprompter, and it's decent enough. If you're looking for just a webcam, most webcams nowadays, as long as you are getting 1080p and 60 FPS, 60 frames per second, as long as you're hitting those two things, most webcams are pretty good. I mean, they're all bad. They all look bad. They're never going to look like a mirrorless camera. They're never going to look like a cinema camera or a television camera. But, so yeah, spend, with your webcam budget, spend anywhere between $100 and $300, and you're pretty good. You can spend $50. If you're going to spend less than $100, just stick with the laptop webcam at that point, because it's going to be about the same. So that is it. That's your whole setup right there. You've got your laptop here. You got the light over here to the side. You've got your microphone. You could switch this around and put, however you want. You put it on one side, left side. I put my teleprompter on the left side of my desk, light on the right side, so that I have a little bit of shine on this side of the face and there's some darkness on the other side, just to add a little contrast, make you look all cinematic and cool. And that is it. And again, the order that I would buy things in, I would buy the software first. I would buy Screen.studio, then I would buy Descript, and those two are going to get you there. That covers you for the next year, next 2 years at least. If you want to actually make a hardware update, I would then get the microphone and the microphone stand, because video, lighting does not matter if the audio is terrible. And if the audio is terrible, I can't hear what you're saying, I can't understand what you're saying, and it's like watching a bad Zoom call. Yeah, you look great on Zoom, but if your microphone is muted, it doesn't matter how good you look, because I can't hear what you're saying. So make sure that your microphone is the next thing you buy. Then I would buy some lighting before you buy a webcam or a teleprompter, because adding good lighting to your webcam can make your webcam look better. And then the final piece that I would buy is that teleprompter combo, if you're really ready to go all in on YouTube, or go all in on just making videos in general, or reading ad scripts, or doing keynotes or webinars or demo videos, and you just kind of freeze on camera, or you just need a little bit of help on like what to say. Use the teleprompter. It's going to get you all the way there, and it's going to make you feel comfortable and not look like you're reading a script. It's going to make you feel just like, hey, I got this. I know exactly what I'm going to say. That is the setup, guys. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Jordan P. Anderson with Nice Light Studio, and we'll see you on the next one.